What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Goat Talk. We got a special episode. It's going to be our first baseball episode of the season. We got opening day next week. Let's go, boys.
Finally.
We're
right?
back. It's back.
Now, see, we all got the jerseys on today.
I'm not a Pirates
This
fan.
is our
I just
favorite
love
teams.
McCutcheon.
This is our favorite teams.
I'm the only one wearing my team's jersey.
Yeah,
I feel a little left out right now.
I had to give a shout out to my boy. So I wore this. Jose
I had to
Fernandez.
shout out McCutcheon going back to the Pirates.
I had to shout out
Goat.
the batting title champ of 2022, Jeff McNeil.
And 2023.
So been
Hopefully.
waiting for this episode. Talk about a little baseball. There's a little future going on. It's like 20 win 700. McNeil leads the league in hits. No shift, and he's a beast. He's got to stay healthy. That's literally what he has to do.
I just started a dynasty league in baseball, first year. He's on my dynasty team, and there's unlimited keepers. Like
That's crazy.
so, like literally.
Dude, I
like,
could. When you asked us to do, I was like, I can't.
Yeah,
I
dude,
can't do that right now.
Yeah,
Like football,
I
is
didn't have enough
easier,
time to
but,
Yeah.
I can't once you get into those later rounds, it's like I don't know who this is.
I
I'm
was just
picking up
literally
the best
in the
available.
later rounds. I was drafting solely prospects.
I mean, yeah, in
Like
dynasty, it's probably the way
I
to
was
go.
literally just drafting like young guys that like are
Did
promising.
you get the Angels catcher,
What's his name again?
Logan O'Hope or
Oh, no,
O'Hape?
someone drafted him. I got I got the Diamondbacks prospect Gabriel Moreno.
Man,
I got
Adley
him.
Rushman go like pretty early.
He was like the second catcher going.
Yeah, I figured
was
that
gone
he's
early.
gonna be so good.
Yeah, I got my first round pick was Trey Turner.
Dude,
He's on fire.
I was
on the
looking at it and
WC.
like he's like plus 1,500 to win MVP, NL MVP.
Dude, if he keeps up with, I mean,
And this year with the new rules, there's going to be a ton more. They even showed a stat in spring training. There's been like double the amount of stolen bases in spring training and the
Dude.
same amount of caught stealing than last year.
To lead the league in steals, he's like plus 2,500.
Yeah.
Well, it's
And
'cause
I'm not
Volpe's
even just
gonna
talking about him. I'm just there's going to be just in general so many more stolen bases.
Oh,
this year
yeah,
because of the
absolutely.
pitch clock and all that. And
Vogelback just came out with a video of him like stealing a base. It was so
Brother,
if
funny.
Vogelback
The
steals
pitchers-
a base this year, like a legit, not like one of those first and second double steals, and he's just the back runner that just strolls in the second. Like if he legitly steals a base this year, I swear I'll buy his jersey.
dude, pitchers are being forced to throw to the plate at some point.
Yeah,
like,
exactly. That's why
you see these guys
get
getting,
huge
they're getting
leads.
huge
What do you
leads.
guys think about that rule? Like
The pitch clock?
The pitch clock. What do you guys think about the pitch clock?
I don't think that it should be decreased to 15 seconds after. I think it's after the first pitch it goes down to 15
Yeah,
seconds.
I think it should. It's not bad, but like you're saying, if it stays at what
if it's
20,
it's 20,
If it
maybe
stays at
25.
20,
if
yeah.
you go up
but
to it.
honestly, I don't think it's a bad idea. It's gonna take some time to get used to, but
And-
Personally, like I was indifferent about it at first. I completely hate it. I actually hate the pitch clock.
Honestly, I'd like to go to an actual game with it because I think I mentioned this a couple weeks ago. Brandon was telling me he went to a spring training game out there in Arizona, and he said that it was actually a lot more enjoyable.
dude, the
being-
Mets game today, Mets Braves spring training game
It
today was
2
2 hours and 8 minutes.
I
Yeah.
saw that.
Like that's
I could see like
crazy.
it's better for fans watching, like especially like coming home, like a person coming home from work,
Yeah.
having to watch a 3.5 hour game at 7:30 at night or whatever.
Yeah.
Kind of suck. Just from like being a baseball player standpoint and like knowing how pitchers work, like because we were always taught, like what was the saying was always like
Don't look at me, man.
it's like your time out there, like you take
You
as much time-
control the
you
game.
control the game,
Yeah.
like as the pitcher, and like
They
now
just-
it's, like yeah, I think
But it's like the
more
batter
fun.
can't control it either. The batter's got to just stay in that. It's
It's gonna be
it's
you're
umpire
gonna
controlled
see
now.
some
It's so
weird
stupid.
calls to where it's like a tie game or whatever, and then this
We saw
guy
a couple
takes
in
too
spring,
long.
yeah.
Exactly, you take too long to get in the box, and you get punched out, and like that ends the game. Like you're gonna see some managers
But
going
the
crazy, some fans going
One rule I
crazy.
hate even more is the limiting the number of pickoffs.
Yeah,
Yeah, I just don't see any point in that rule.
it just it's because it encourages more steals, which in turn means better, more fun baseball.
Yeah,
So
I know, but like I think that's so stupid. I just don't see any point in that being a rule.
what I think, instead of these stupid rules, what I think the MLB needs is to field a team, obviously not there, but they need to have a team in the U.S., like based in the U.S., that's for Japan. And it's like obviously there can be other players, but it's like mostly Japanese players. Dude, you get a whole nother fan base out here. Like
Well,
literally.
okay, going into
We should have beat them.
going in,
We should've
going into
beat
the
them.
World Baseball Classic. I saw a number. The last at bat of the World Baseball Classic Championship, Trout versus Ohtani. It was like 98%
Yep.
of TVs in
In
Japan
Japan.
watched
Yeah.
that.
And like
at-bat.
I don't know what time it is there, but it's definitely not the same time it is
Nah.
here. So
I honestly think the World Baseball Classic is actually such a good thing for baseball.
I love
Yeah.
watching the World Baseball Classic.
Like I think even this year, I feel like they advertise it a lot more this year. Like
yeah.
definitely.
I think it's good because like even I saw you told me about the documentary about the USA basketball one.
Oh yeah, that was
But-
awesome.
So they even mentioned in that one how like the U.S. bringing the best players in the world to the Olympics back then with the Dream Team and everything
Mhm.
had, like increased global like basketball fandom.
Yeah.
And which the World Baseball Classic can do for baseball, which would be even better for obviously the major leagues. You'll have more people watching, and then more players growing up wanting to play baseball. Looking up
Yeah.
to these big time players.
And then like it also like I feel like it also helps these guys get like recognized. So like you got Japan, like obviously Ohtani, everybody knows Ohtani. but
Lars.
Senga just came to the Mets.
Lars.
What Lars?
Newtberg.
Lars
or
was at
Newtberg.
what like 90,000 followers before
He's
it,
at, like,
and now he's at 900,000
Yeah.
on
the kid,
Instagram.
what about the
But-
stud kid, Roki Sasaki or whatever?
Yeah, the
He's
fucking
he's
pitcher.
21 years old. He's
Oh, he's going like
100
100.
miles
Yeah.
per hour.
But then you also have this
Striking
kid
out
that just
Rosarena.
came to the Red Sox this year. I can't even say his name,
Oh,
but
yeah.
he's supposed to be a sick prospect. And the World Baseball Classic, he killed it.
It's like Nakawabi.
Dude, yeah, like it helps these players also get like recognized
There was
more
also
too.
I forgot what country it was. It wasn't Japan. It wasn't like they didn't. I don't even think they made like the playoffs or whatever. But I forgot what country it was. But there was a player. He came up against like the DR or he pitched against Puerto Rico, one of those countries.
Yeah, he struck out
Oh, I think-
Soto.
Yeah,
he pitched
yeah.
for I think
And-
it was Great Britain.
Yeah.
No.
It wasn't Great
No,
Britain?
it was.
But he got signed. I forgot what team signed him, but he got signed literally like an hour after the game ended.
It
I
was
thought
some like, dude. It was some country you'd never think of. Like,
Yeah.
like I
I
don't
thought it
even-
was Great Britain. But dude, there was one
They have
country
blue
that was like
jerseys.
they were doing interviews of like what they do,
Czech
and these
Republic.
Yeah,
oh
that's
Czech Republic, yeah, dude, these guys just had like normal.
He's like
guy-
sales manager.
Yeah,
One guy was a surgeon.
yeah,
One guy was a surgeon. He
it's
was
crazy.
out here playing. That's sick. That is
Like,
sick.
I get both sides to where like people don't like it because injuries for teams and stuff like that. But like I love watching it. I think it's great for baseball.
be-
Also, I
these-
saw one good argument though about it. It was like they're going to be playing in spring
Yeah.
training games anyway,
Exactly.
and like
Like-
when they're even not playing in like the ones like the bit, there's backfields that. Like these spring training complexes have 7, 8
Yeah.
fields. Like
Mhm.
they
Yep.
play on the backfields, whether they're not playing against the Braves, but they
Yeah.
could be playing an intra-squad scrimmage on the backfield.
Exactly.
So like yeah, even though it isn't as intense, like these guys are still playing, and like injuries can happen anytime. They could happen
Yeah,
in
no.
the off season. Like
Absolutely. I agree with that. I personally love the World Baseball Classic.
yeah, I think it's great for baseball.
We
I
should have
think this
went
year-
back to back.
I think this year, I mean, I don't know the numbers to back it up, but I think this year might have been like the biggest one.
Dude, you see some of the clips of like some of Japan's like one of their game-winning hits or like one of their home runs in the semifinal game had more views in 20 minutes on Twitter than Bryce Harper's go-ahead home run to put him in the World Series.
Yeah.
Like it was like 2.2 million views Harper's thing has in the past 6 months. This thing had 2.2 million views in 20 minutes.
That's
And there was multiple that,
that was a
had
great
that.
semifinal. Like, that game was
I
crazy.
heard, I saw an idea that someone put out there to have the like I forgot the Japanese Nippon or whatever,
Yeah.
but it's their baseball
MVP
league.
or something like
Yeah,
that.
their baseball league like World Series champion against the Major League's World Series champion, like as an exhibition game at the end of the year.
That would be crazy.
Yeah, I mean, like
That'd be cool.
to get baseball more internationally involved, like they have to
Yeah.
come up more. I think the World Baseball Classic's great. Like I
Yeah.
think like a lot of the players were saying there should be more stars in the World Baseball Classic playing.
Yeah, that was. I think it was what Arenado said. Like everybody
Yeah.
should be playing in it and stuff. Like
Yeah.
it's like you should like you represent your country. And it should, but like the thing that's like weird is how like you could like basically pick where you want to play.
Yeah,
Like
the-
Stroman, dude. You're born and raised in Patchogue on Long Island. You're born and raised here. You pitched for USA last time and we won it. And then he pitched for Puerto Rico this year.
Yeah.
I get it. You're multinationality and all this
It
stuff.
really-
but like
it
you're
de-
born and raised in Patchogue.
It depends on like your parents'
was-
nationalities.
There was
But, like,
there
come
was
on.
one country
Or
that was
yours.
only
It's both, I think.
5% native. The
Yeah,
rest
like,
were
that's
from other
crazy.
You see Rosarena's story? So he's
which
from-
Actually, I respected that.
Yeah,
I
he's-
didn't see that.
He's from Cuba, and I think he was like 19 playing on like some team, and the team went to travel somewhere. It might have been the U.S., might have been Mexico, something like that. And Cuba wouldn't let him go because they knew if he did, he would defect and he wouldn't come back.
Really?
So they didn't let him go. And then at some point, he ended up in Mexico or something like that.
He ended up in Mexico.
Um,
Took a boat over to
Yeah,
Mexico.
and then he
That's
came
why
here.
he wanted to play Cuba in the finals.
Yeah.
Probably, but then
Oh.
I think it was just last year or just before the World Baseball Classic, he asked the president or whatever of Mexico if he could be a citizen, like an actual citizen there, so he could play for them.
Yeah, he played in the Mexican league. Like he deferred.
Wow.
Yeah,
he
he-
got out of Cuba. Played. He like got to Mexico. Played in the Mexican league.
And
became,
that's
like, a
how-
big
yeah, that's how he got
star in
signed.
Mexico, and then came to the MLB.
Yep.
He killed it this World Baseball Classic.
Yeah.
Like he went
he's
off.
on my dynasty team. But I got a Rose Marino.
He
I
he
hope he gets
said
injured.
though, but like before like the semifinal matchups, like obviously they wanted to beat Japan, but then he said he's like I really want Cuba to beat USA because I want to verse them and beat them in the finals.
Yeah.
So that makes sense. I didn't know that whole backstory.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
They didn't let him go to something because they knew he would
Dude, I saw
defect.
Cuba's team, if like they were allowed, because like obviously the government and stuff like that, like a lot of people are against Cuba, but like all the Cuban players in the MLB, like Cuba could have a filthy team, and
You see,
none of their players want.
I
to play for
mean,
Cuba.
I think it was the
Yeah.
Cuban team, but it might have been Mexico. It was like one of the teams. One of their players after they lost, I think it was Cuba. One of their players after they lost didn't go back. He stayed here. He defected. He stayed here. So that,
Yeah. It was from Miami, the flight, and then he stayed
Yeah,
in
he's-
Miami.
he
You sent
stayed-
me in.
yep.
I think it
which
was
is
like Cuba.
Which in Cuba, it's actually like they were saying it's like dangerous to do because like they'll
Yeah,
go after your family
will.
and shit like that. Like it's
Dude,
fucked
that's
up.
crazy. I think the biggest shock though was like how good Dominican Republic was, and they didn't even make it out of the like group stages.
because they thought they were too good.
They were like that. If you look at that lineup on paper, you're like, oh my
Dude,
god.
I think
Yeah.
on paper, I think the U.S. had the best lineup on paper. I think their lineup.
yeah,
Just-
our
Their pitching was just
didn't
horrible.
Yeah.
live up. Like we must have had a lot of people like back out. Like Nestor didn't. end
Nestor,
up
he hurt his
pitching.
hamstring. That's why.
Oh, because
Yeah.
like we were supposed to have like a lot of people that like I didn't see playing.
Nah.
I was like, we must have had a lot of people back out or
Yep.
something.
Yeah, we did.
It's like Japan was good though. That's a good team.
Yeah, and did you see? I saw a thing that Otani's speech before the U.S.
I
like. Japan
saw
game.
that one.
Yeah.
It was a pretty hype.
Yeah.
It was a pretty hype speech. I'll give it to him.
I couldn't understand a second of it, but I was
I saw the
"Damn."
I saw the
Yeah, me
translation.
too.
Oh, yeah, I was just reading the subtitles the whole time. I was like, getting hyped reading. That was so funny. I think one of the best things though was all the memes. I don't know if you guys all saw them. You're like Trout led America to the finals. Otani led Japan to the finals. Imagine if they were on the same team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
You see the one with the dragons? It was
no.
dude, it's like these like I don't think I could find it, but it's these three dragons next to each other. They're like cartoon dragons.
Oh yeah.
And one of them's like Trout leading America on the WBC, and it's like this mean ass dragon that looks like it's scary, and it's Otani leading Japan, and it's like another mean ass one. It's like both them on the Angels together. It's a doofy one. It's like
I did see that. It is crazy. Like
You got the and they
Such
were
a
like
good
the top
talent.
100 players list came out, and it
Mhm.
was literally Otani one
Trout.
Yep.
on the same team.
Saw
They
that.
can't even make the playoffs.
and it's
Don't
not
got
even
any
like
pitching.
them
It's-
too. Like you
fuck.
guys still got Anthony Rendon also, like
Yeah.
who's also great. Like they got a good team, and it just
don't have
sucks that
pitching.
Trout's never gonna make a big like that was World Baseball Classic Finals was the biggest game of his career,
Yeah,
and
dude,
the
he was
only time, the second time he played in, technically, if you want to call it a postseason, the only time with the Angels was I think 2014.
Yeah.
Like that's
he wasn't like throwing shade, but you could kind of tell in his Instagram caption, like his tweets and stuff. He was like, "This is the most fun I've had playing baseball, the most
Yeah.
meaningful." I was like, "Damn."
I saw. Did you see like after he's like Otani won round one, and I saw on Twitter it's so funny. It's like the Mike Trout after that bat. Otani he won round one or whatever. I'm going to the comments. It's all like Otani, you are a New York Met. You are a New York Met. Like all this stuff.
You see the stat on that at bat? That was like so in Mike Trout's career, he's only swung and missed 3 times in an at bat,
In the-
24 times
yeah,
in like
yeah.
4,000 at bats or something like that.
Insane.
That's actually
Yeah.
crazy.
But that last slider Otani
Dude,
threw
that was
unbelievable.
disgusting.
That was.
Well, he
that was
threw what?
He
Like
should he
101?
have taken the pitch. It was a
Yeah.
ball.
There were like 101, 101, 102, and then that nasty.
Dude, that
like,
slider,
dude.
it also missed the plate by 2 inches. Like,
Yeah, that was
I was
disgusting.
getting called a
that is
strike.
literally, like, that is the definition of a perfect slider.
You see,
So-
like after the game, Pedro Martinez. He was like, it was on Twitter. It was like Pedro saying what every baseball fan wants to say, and he's just like thanking Otani like for his talent and just being a generational player. Like
Well,
he's a freak
Yeah,
athlete.
like even like besides him being like he's literally right now like the face of baseball. Like
yeah.
not only in the U.S., like he actually is bringing like world baseball
Yeah.
back. Like people know him around the world right now.
It's crazy.
So I don't know what inning it was, but I saw on it was probably like Twitter that Schwarber swung at a 3-0 pitch with bases loaded and Trey Turner on deck with 2 outs,
Dude,
and he popped up.
it was. I was watching the game. I forgot what inning it was. It was like early on in the game. But the announcers, it was 3-0, and the announcers were like, I think Schwarber's gonna have the green light here. Pops it up to like shallow right field, and I was like cursing at my TV, and
Yeah.
dude, I was so pissed.
Trey
Like,
on
this is why
deck
Pete
too.
should be playing
You
over
could,
you.
yeah, dude. You could be
I was
any
so
dude.
pissed.
Mike Trout would have taken that pitch with fucking Trey Turner on
Dude,
deck.
and
Like,
it's
come on.
3-0. Like,
Yeah.
he's just trying to be a hero, and it just didn't work
Probably.
out.
Like, props to him.
The-
He
the
did. He had a
highest
home
hitter in all
run.
of
Yeah.
World Baseball Classic right now is hitting right behind you.
Yeah.
On deck circle.
and he hit a home run today in his spring training game.
Yeah.
Like dude,
Dude.
he's on a tear.
Keep it going. Oh, he's on the Phillies though, but
I know it
Fantasy-wise.
sucks, dude. It sucks, but he's just so good. Lose all the division games. That's all you gotta do. I feel like for like opening day, to get me like hyped up. Like this week, I usually do, but like this week, I gotta watch some like baseball movies. What are your top 3 baseball movies?
I mean, my number one baseball movie is definitely The Sandlot. I love me some Sandlot.
That's
Money-
such
money-
a hard question. That's such a hard question.
Moneyball is definitely in the top 3. And there's 2 for the battle for 3. One's a comedy, one's like it's either Field of Dreams
Mhm.
or what's the one with the Angels, the funny one with the Angels. Charlie Sheen's in it.
It's the Indians, Major
The
League.
Indians, yeah. Yeah, Major League.
I'm gonna go the ones that I've watched the most, not what I think or like what everyone else would think is the best, and so it's probably gonna be a weird 3, but one I'm gonna go Benchwarmers. I have to because I've seen that movie 900
Love me
times.
some bench warmers.
I have to. 2 I would say is Angels in the Outfield,
Okay.
and 3 Field of Dreams.
Okay. So honestly, it's like pretty spot on. Like I'm going Sandlot.
Yeah.
I'm honestly probably gonna go Major League 2. And then for third, I got Moneyball, but I also got
It's so hard. Dude.
Little
It's
Big League.
Moneyball.
I've
I don't know if
actually
you guys
never
ever
seen
seen that.
Little,
Little
I've never
Big
seen
League.
Little
Dude,
which
Money
is a great
Moneyball
movie.
is so good. Sandlot honestly is probably like it's probably like the top baseball movie
Yeah.
ever. But like I've honestly only seen it like a handful of
And
times.
my
I've
honorable
seen
mentions. I had to like look it up because I can remember, but I know there's a couple. My honorable mention would be Rookie of the Year, which is a great one.
Oh, I forgot about
Dude,
that.
even like
movie.
this one's serious, but like 42 is such a good
42
movie.
is a great
It's
movie.
Such a good
Bad News Bears,
movie.
Uh,
so
forgetting
many.
about these
Hardball, A League of Their Own, and honestly, one of my favorite baseball movies is Summer Catch.
Oh,
I-
that's
seen that
good.
one.
It's about like the Cape Cod League. I love that movie.
But Rookie of the Year.
Dude, that movie's so
Dude, Rookie
good.
of the Year might be my new number 3 because I forgot about
That
it.
movie's you
love
gotta
that
see, if you love that movie, you gotta see Little Big League. Little Big League is awesome. It's like it's a little sad in the beginning, but it
I
really
cried,
picks up.
man. I'm a
Really
crier.
picks up.
I'm a crier.
I love that movie.
Which one is that?
Little Big League, where
Yeah.
the kid takes over the Twins. I
Oh,
love
yeah,
that movie.
yeah.
Lou Collins,
I've definitely.
but you
seen
got like
that.
real people like Randy Johnson's in it, Ken Griffey Jr. Like that whole Mariners team is in it. Like
Oh, I saw a clip speaking about Ken Griffey Jr. Did you see the clip
Goat.
of him hitting BP and the
Yeah.
whole U.S. team like surrounding watching him? That was
And
cool.
him and
That was
Trout
cool.
talking after.
That was
He's the
cool.
Like
goat.
I'd love to listen to that conversation.
you gotta see that movie. Rookie of the Year is also a good one though. Henry Rowan Ghana.
Yeah.
Garden
Breaks
Hosa.
his arm.
Yeah.
Breaks his arm, just throwing fucking 100.
Of course, he strikes out the Mets.
Yeah.
Like, what else is new?
Yeah.
But I think you definitely got to put Sandlot at 1. I feel like
Dude,
Like,
I'd
Yeah, if
watch
you're going
it.
all time, it's
I'd
definitely
I'd
probably
gotta
watch
be
But
it.
like I said,
When I was younger, dude, I used to I remember there was a point in my life I watched that movie like 6 times.
Yeah.
Like every day.
That
Like
movie's
it
so
was
good.
like,
that's how I felt about Benchwarmers. That's why I threw it as
Yeah,
my
but
number
that
one. Like
movie's
I've
hilarious.
shit you not, I've seen that movie over 1,000 times. Like it's crazy.
I really like when it like first came out and when we were younger and stuff. I was not a fan of Moneyball because it was all like it was more like business.
Yeah,
and
it's more of, like,
mathematics, but,
yeah.
now watching it's like I love this movie.
I loved it.
Like that's a
I've
great
always loved
movie.
Moneyball.
That movie is so good.
I always loved Moneyball. I remember I lived in Sagamore Hills at the time when I watched that. And I had it recorded on my DVR. and I'd watch it over and over all the time.
Dude, I think we had a DVD of Benchwarmers, and like back then, that's how you fucking watched
I
movies.
think
So
I still
just
have it upstairs.
or like any road trip we went on, we either had like
Dude,
the
what about the
portable
cassette
players or
big cassette tape.
the
Oh,
VCR
yeah.
tapes. No less.
Well, that's the
tapes.
thing. Like when we went on like road trips or whatever, 'cause my mom used to have the Envoy, so I had the TV in it.
Yeah.
We plugged TV. We would watch Summer Catch. Dude, that's a great baseball movie. You gotta watch that one too. That's a great. I could give you 10,000 movies that you
You're a
gotta
big-
watch,
I'm
dude.
not a huge movie buff. You're
The movie they're so good. Like I gotta watch Summer Catch this week, maybe tonight, because I really love that movie. Although like it's probably tied. Like I don't know. It's tough to say like it's my favorite baseball movie because like it is, but I think like it's weird because I think like The Sandlot's a better movie
Yeah.
overall. But
That's how I feel.
It's
Like the
hard.
ones I said, like
Like-
Sandlot's definitely like the number one movie
Yeah.
there is for baseball, in my opinion. But like
I watched Sandlot.
I said, I
so
just
much.
didn't watch that much.
It's a classic.
Yeah, I
It's
watched that
literally.
so
And then it pissed me off when they tried making sequels to it.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Garbage.
I think I tried
Some
to watch
movies you
one of them
can't.
and I
do
got
that,
like
man.
20
That's
minutes.
like if
in,
they
I was
tried to do like I'm gonna go back to, but they tried to do a Benchwarmers sequel, you'd be like, what the
They
fuck
did,
is
they
it?
did. They did.
I actually,
Benchwarmers too.
oh,
on
you know,
Netflix, and it was
I've never seen it.
Garbage.
Yeah,
Never
they
seen it.
just can't do that.
The war.
That's probably why, because I was like, this is
There's
gonna be
some-
garbage.
Some movies you just
It's about
can't
it
make
wasn't even
sequels to.
baseball. It was like a men's softball team called like the Benchwarmers. I think it was like Squints was the coach or something like that. But it was so stupid. And like The Sandlot too. Like I've seen that movie because I was like, all right, I'll watch it. But like it sucked. The only parts that were good would make me laugh because this little kid is in the movie. He's basically like the Squints, or he's the Smalls of the movie because his last name's Smalls, but his first name's Johnny. Just the way he talks
Johnny
is
Smalls.
They're like, what do you want, Johnny? He goes, my name's Johnny. But that movie sucks. But you just can't remake those.
No.
Especially,
into some predictions for the season.
Definitely.
yeah, baby, we're back. Let's start. We're not.
I
we're not gonna
think-
start with our division.
I can't wait until this baseball. Like, I don't want it to be over, but when it is over, to like see our predictions
Oh,
this year compared to last year too.
Nah,
Because like last year is like, woo. So I want to see how this year's goes.
I think last year in the World Series I had the White Sox.
you had the Blue Jays, White Sox.
Yeah, those are my two AL picks.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, yeah. You had that as like the
Mets.
yeah. You had that as the finals. I'm brain
I
farted.
I did Mets and someone, and then my non-biased pick for the AL I think was the NL. I think might have been the Braves. But yeah, we're not gonna start with our divisions, because we'll talk a little longer about those. But let's start with AL West: Mariners, Rangers, A's, Astros, Angels.
I mean, how can you give it to any? I feel like not many of those teams got better than I think the Astros are.
There's
So,
like the Astros, like
I know it's
They're
like the
just such a
basic
good
pick, but like
team.
I'm trying to be the best picker here. So the Astros are definitely taking that division. Second, the Rangers put together a really good pitching staff.
Just to finish in third place, but
Probably, but I do think they have a chance at second. I do think there is a chance there, but the Mariners, I don't know, man. I don't pay attention to those teams too much.
Yeah.
I know the Mariners are good. I would love to see them in the playoffs again. Their fan base was electric last year
Yeah.
for their 1, 2, 3 games, 4 games, 5. Nope, 7. It was like 7.
it was something like
Yeah, because they beat the Blue Jays.
yeah.
So
They broke
They're
their drought.
yeah, their fans were definitely electric, but I definitely don't see any other team being better than the Astros in that division. So I don't know about you guys, but
yeah, I mean, I definitely got the Astros coming out of the West. I just
I'd love to be different, but
but I think this is the year the Angels might do it and make a wild
I
card.
hope.
I think
Hope.
the Angels finish in second. Then I do think the Mariners third, Rangers fourth, and then the lonely Oakland A's down at the bottom, man.
I feel bad for their second baseman, Tony Kemp. He's a
Feel
good
bad-
player.
I feel bad for their just entire fan base.
No, I feel bad for their players more than the fan base, honestly.
And the players are still getting paid. The fan base has to
Barely.
enjoy
They-
a team.
Their payroll's like the same as all those other teams
They
down at
have
the
all
bottom.
no names there, dude. We could probably go try out for the A's.
I
Yeah, we'll
really
make a movie out of
wanna-
it.
I really want to not pick the Astros, but it's just so hard.
Mariner.
But we're gonna switch it up. Since You guys did it. We're going first place Mariners.
Okay.
Then we're going Astros 2, Angels 3, Rangers 4, and then the A's because they're probably gonna be one of the worst
That's
teams
the
in
safest
baseball.
pick we could make.
They're
Watch
gonna
the A's just moneyball it again
Imagine.
out of nowhere and
They
The-
break
the
their
A's are
winning
gonna
streak.
102 wins.
The A's are gonna Orioles like last year. They're gonna fucking go out and almost make the playoffs. They're gonna miss it by a game. Imagine, dude, that team. Oh, God.
It's as much as like we all want to. It's just so hard to go against the Astros because
Both
they're just so
both
good.
top teams in the West. It's so hard to get. Like, who's gonna be better than the fucking Dodgers this year? Like, I don't think the Giants are gonna be better than them. I just don't.
Yeah, let's jump over to the NL West now. Diamondbacks, Rockies, Giants, Dodgers, Padres.
I mean, the Padres are a good team.
They are a good team.
You know, we'll switch it up a little bit. I'm gonna take the Padres in the one spot there. Padres winning that division. Dodgers close second. I think those are gonna be two of the best teams in the league. Giants are gonna have a good year. They could squeak one of the wild card spots. I think depends on the AL or the NL East. Honestly, I think the wild cards are gonna come out of those two
Yeah.
divisions. And then I think the Rockies are dead last there, honestly. I think the Diamondbacks, they can win some games, but they're obviously not going to be that great. So
I think it's going to be an exact repeat of last year. I think it's going to be Dodgers, Padres. I think the Padres will have a little bit more wins than last year, though. Make it a closer race, and I don't think the Dodgers are winning 111 games like they did
No,
last year.
no, I don't think so.
Giants third, Diamondbacks fourth, and then the Rockies in last place.
I think it's bold to say. I think the Dodgers think they're an overrated team. I think they're overrated, and they might go on and win these certain amount of games, but yet they choke every year. But like, I'm taking the Padres to win it. Dude, I'm so tempted. I'm taking the Padres to win it. I'm saying the Giants come in second.
Oh,
Jeez.
wow.
I'm saying the Dodgers take third. Then you got the Diamondbacks and the Rockies.
That's a bold move.
Dude, something's telling me like it's just they're not it. They're not.
their downfall starts now, Joe
exactly,
says.
exactly, and I hope so. And then you jump off. Oh man, amazing division here in the NL Central.
Oh, my goodness.
Reds, Pirates, Cubs, Cardinals, Brewers.
Wow. Where do you start there? Do you just flat out say it? The Cardinals are somehow going to win that division again?
The Cardinals always come out of nowhere. Like, no matter who's on the Cardinals team, they're just always a
Solid
decent
team.
Yeah, they're
Always a
just
solid team.
a well put together team.
But they have a lot of talent on that
They
team.
do. It's a good team.
It's a
but
good
They've been
team.
good. They've been like consistently good like our whole lifetime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Cardinals have like never been bad.
And so like there's just like a team that like I think like Cardinals like I don't know why I just can't hate them.
Yeah.
Like, it's just a
There's
team
never
that,
been a
like, I
player
can't
on there
hate.
where you're like, fucking hate this
Yeah,
guy. Like,
right?
You love Pujols. You love Yachty. Like, it's just it's a good franchise.
Adam Wainwright.
They just need to get out of St. Louis.
Yeah. Like their jerseys are cool.
Yeah.
a
Their
cool
powder
logo.
blues are dope.
Powder blues are sick.
So I'm gonna go Cardinals, and then I don't know if this is bold or not because I don't really know how many good players they signed, but I'm gonna take the Cubs in the 2 spot.
I was
Dansby Swanson.
Dansby Swanson, that guy that looks like he's always high, Bellinger.
Cody Bellinger.
They got Talion from the Yankees, and in a weak division, I think that could be enough for them to sneak above the Brewers there. So I'm gonna take them. Then the Brewers. Then the Reds and Pirates are so bad that I don't think it matters. But Reds, Pirates.
Pretty much agree with you. I think it's gonna be
I don't think.
yeah. I think it's gonna be Cardinals. Then I was gonna say the Cubs, which I thought was gonna be like my sleeper pick. But you said it too. Cubs, Brewers, but I got the Pirates above the Reds.
Yeah, dude, I'm not putting
I'll bet.
McCutcheon in last. McCutcheon's not coming in last. We got again, we're gonna change it up here. Pirates winning the division. No, just imagine. I love McCutcheon, but
I'll leave.
I'm sorry, man. They're not gonna do
That actually
anything.
happened. You actually like legitly picked that. I would be like, Joey, where the hell did you come from? Did you travel to the
Yeah, and then he'd be like, guys, I put $20 on it.
Took them to win the World Series.
Yeah.
Pays out $2 million.
There's gonna be a movie about this.
You just want to go to
What we're
Vegas?
gonna do,
All paid?
I'm gonna follow. We got the Cardinals winning it, but I'm gonna put the Brewers in second, Cubs in third, Pirates, and then the Reds because McCutcheon's not coming in last.
Yeah.
He's not doing it. Him and O'Neal Cruz, they're gonna combine and they're gonna carry this team to 20 victories. The
Yeah.
Reds will have 15.
You guys think it's the air that makes the what are they called? The Central teams horrible? Not horrible, but like mediocre compared to the rest of the league. Like their top team always has like 90 wins or something like that.
Milwaukee plays in a dome.
There's still air.
I think it's just the teams, man. I think it's like the
Yeah.
markets. Like I feel like the
I
biggest
guess
cities
it
in
is the
because like I
markets.
think the biggest cities you could think of are always like L.A., New York, and then you got
But
like
then like you also have, like Pittsburgh.
I was
is
gonna
a
say
big
Pittsburgh's
sports
like
town.
that's like,
Pittsburgh is a
like,
big sports town.
it's a
They-
place.
Yeah.
But their owner, man, their owner is just he's
Since
not
and,
it,
like,
man. He ain't it.
Chicago they're
Chicago-
both
like,
in
the Cubs,
Chicago.
The Cubs
Yeah.
were good. Like
for like 2 years.
I know.
Yeah.
Not for the whole 106 before that though.
Yeah.
They also have two teams there too, so it's kind of like
Yeah.
Mets and Yankees to where
Yeah.
like whoever you're rooting for and stuff like that. But like I feel like Pittsburgh's a big town and like Cincinnati's just
A shithole. I don't fucking
Cincinnati. I mean, like
Yeah,
you got the
they're-
Bengals, and then you're like, let's go Bengals, and then it's like shit. Now we got the Red season.
I guess it depends on like the owner too, right?
Yeah, how much money you want to spend?
Yeah.
GM and everything.
I think
Like
Detroit's even more down bad, man.
We'll get there. We'll get right now. We'll get there right now.
we're getting on that division right now. Actually, AL Central, another division. Royals, Tigers, White Sox, Twins, Guardians.
How could you not
My
take
picks for this one, I think, are gonna be a lot different than yours.
You know, I'm going to go. The White Sox always disappoint, so they're not even going to scratch those top two. I'm going to go with the Guardians.
What's going on, everybody? We had some technical difficulties, but don't worry, we're back.
It's Joey's fault.
We're back better than ever. We were on the AL Central. Let's do it.
Back into what I was saying. I'll probably cut the part where I started my AL Central, but yeah, I have Guardians at the top of that division. I don't think any of those teams are particularly strong in that division, and seeing as they were able to come out on top last year,
Jose Ramirez is a stud.
yeah, I think they can definitely do it again. I'm gonna take the Twins right after them. I'm gonna cut out the clip from yesterday too, but I was saying how you can't not put a team up there that had a guy who almost signed 3 contracts in like a month span, or 3 month span, whatever it was. It's pretty impressive, Carlos Correa. You're a cheater forever. So none of us like you. 3.
Liked him for about like.
Yeah.
I like them. I like them for like that day or two where there was like, oh, the Yankees might get him. I was like, fuck, I hate him, but like he's so good.
I was ready to. I was like, I'm gonna get his jersey.
Yeah. Now it's back to the hatred.
White Sox 3. They're gonna do what they did last year. Overhyped. Gonna suck. And then the rest of that division is such trash. I don't even remember who's in. I know the Tigers are in it and the Royals, but if one of them wins more than 80 games, if one of them wins more than 65 games, I don't know what I'll do, but I'll do something.
Yeah, I was gonna say 80 is a lot for those teams.
Yeah. If they win more than 65 combined, no. Yeah, that's my prediction. I don't really have I guess I'm going to go Tigers and Royals. That's my...
I mean, pretty much the same. I think Cleveland's winning the division, but I do think the White Sox do finish second. I think it's going to be close between Minnesota and Chicago. Not fighting for a wild card, just fighting for second place trophy. And then, Detroit and Kansas City just fighting for not to be the worst in the league.
I'm going to, just like every other division, I'm going to steer in a different direction here. It does worry me a little bit
Tigers
because
first place.
Correa did sign those 3 contracts. I think something's wrong with his health. I feel like he's
there's
gonna
definitely
get
something
hurt
wrong
this
with his
season,
leg.
and you never wish injury on someone, but I don't think he's gonna make it to a full season. But I'm gonna take Minnesota to win the division. I got Cleveland in second. Jose Ramirez, I think he's gonna lead that team. He's a beast. They got good pitching. White Sox in third, just because they got a good team, but they can never put the pieces together. And Tim Anderson's really good, USA. Then I'm going to go the Royals, Bobby Witt Jr. I think you see him in a breakout. I think he's going to be a good dynasty pick for whoever got him in your league.
Yeah, I forgot who got him.
And then we'll go Detroit in last because they just, I don't know they're just not trying to play baseball anymore. They just can't figure it out.
It happens sometimes, man.
2 big divisions. We want to start with the AL or the NL?
It doesn't matter to me.
Guess we'll just start with the AL real quick.
Red Sox, Blue Jays, Orioles, Rays, and the Yankees. The AL East.
It's not a very bold prediction, but it would kind of be crazy. I think every team in the division is going to have over 80 wins.
I think that you're going to see a big bounce back year from the Orioles. I think they're going to shock a lot of people this year.
I mean, dude, they were a game away from making the playoffs
Yeah.
last year.
Exactly.
This division's tough.
This is not even biased. But I think it's the second best division in baseball. I think the NL East is a little bit better.
I think as a whole, I think the AL East might be better. I think the NL East is more top heavy.
I don't think the AL East doesn't have if the Orioles play how they did at the end of last year, the AL East does not have a shit team that's gonna be bottom 5 in the league. There's a chance that either the Marlins or the Nationals could be fucking just absolutely horrible. Marlins probably not, but
the
the Nationals,
I actually completely forgot about the
Yeah.
Nationals.
Yeah. If it wasn't for them, then it would definitely
that's
be
close. These, AL East, NL East, they're still, in my opinion, the 2. Whatever
They'll
order it
always
is, they're
be
the 2 best divisions.
They'll
in
always,
baseball.
they'll always be. You'll always have.
Especially nowadays with Daddy Steve Cohen over here.
Oh, exactly. Buying everybody. Man needs to buy us a reliever real quick, though.
Yeah,
we need a closer.
Scary right now after that. But let's get to the AL East predictions. I'm gonna go with. I think Toronto's taking it this year. I think Judge is still gonna have a great season. I think he's gonna regress from last year just because last year was a historic season. So I think it's going to be Toronto. I think the Yankees finish in second. Oh, and this is where
it gets tough, man.
Exactly.
Tampa's just always good. But I think the Orioles will have a breakout season. So you know what? I'm going to go Baltimore is going to have their breakout season and take over Tampa.
Okay.
In third place. Tampa in fourth and Boston in fifth. But I also do say they all finish with over 80 wins.
You can go.
That's close, yeah. I'm pretty similar. I got the Blue Jays winning it. They were my pick last year when we did this episode. They were my World Series pick, and they really let me down, dude. I was buying big into Bo Bichette. Bought a bunch of his rookie cards that I still have. I need a bounce-back year from him. I'm going to take them to win. I got the Yankees coming in second because they're just a great team with great pitching. I know we talked about it. One of the future bets for MLB, I think that what were the odds, plus 1,000 or something for Garrett Cole to lead the league in strikeouts.
Yeah, it was.
I feel like that could be free money because he's always what?
He's 1 or 2.
Yeah, he's 1 or 2.
He's been 1 or 2 the past 5.
So I think that's a great bet for that. I got them finishing second. I got Boston coming in third. Orioles coming in fourth. I think you're going to see a huge year from the catcher, Adley Rutschman.
Oh, yeah.
I think he's going to be a beast. And then they got the other, what's the other guy's name? Gunnar
Henderson.
Gunnar Henderson. I think you're going to see a
He's very
big
good,
year
too.
out of him too.
Yeah.
They have a
Good
great
candidate
young
also,
for
they
Rookie of
also
the Year.
they have Grayson Rodriguez, that young pitcher.
Their young core is
DL
great.
Hall, my guy.
I think like you see Go Talk in a couple of years. I think I'm gonna be saying the Orioles are gonna take this division in a couple of years. But they got a great young team.
Yeah.
I got them coming in third. I'm sorry, I got them coming in fourth. I got Boston coming in third, and then the Rays coming in last. But
Wow.
I think anybody in this division could make the playoffs.
You're going to see, and it's been like this the past, it wasn't last year, but the year before you saw, was it 3 AL East teams in the playoffs? Yeah.
Yeah, I think Yankees, Rays, Red Sox.
Last year was only 2. No, it was Yankees, Rays, Blue Jays. No, you're right. Blue Jays. We knocked the Blue Jays out at the end of the season. But yeah,
It should have been
those
3 last year.
It should. Yeah, it could have been
Or
3 last
Toronto
year.
made the wild card last year.
Yeah, but the Rays didn't make the playoffs.
Yeah, they did.
They
They
did.
were a wild card team.
I almost.
You basically almost have 3 teams from the AL East. Almost like they have the
Guaranteed
potential to be
every
every year.
And I
3
think you could see 4 this year. I think you could.
I wouldn't doubt it.
The only
this
thing
is a
is
good division.
because of how many times they play each other, it's probably gonna like skew the records to where somebody probably like the number 2 team in the West will probably make it over one of them. But I gotta go with my boys taking the division. I do still think they're the best team in the division. I'm not knocking the Jays at all, but I just don't think they're going to be able to put it together again this year like they weren't able to last year. Last year it was just like they did better than the White Sox, obviously, like they made the playoffs, but it was just like the White Sox. It was like people were taking, it was like them to the Yankees or the Astros to fucking go far in the playoffs, and then you just saw those 2 fall off. They just couldn't hold together all year. So I'm going to take the Yankees to win that division, probably not by many games. I could see them finishing around the mid to high 90s with the next team below them being the Blue Jays, probably having like low 90s. And I think Orioles are going to finish right behind them. I think it's going to be a really tight race for that whole division. So I got Yankees, Blue Jays, Orioles, Rays, and then Boston coming 5. But like I said, right when we started, I have all those teams having at least 80 wins. I think you'll see 2, maybe a third, get to 90 wins, and the other 2 probably mid-80s. So it's going to be a really tight division.
It'd be crazy.
Hoping
to see,
my
like,
boys take it.
Baltimore come out on top of this division. Like
That's the only team where I wouldn't be like
and this
mad
year,
about.
if it was ever possible for 4 teams to make it from a division, this is the year because they
Yeah.
just changed the scheduling where you're playing a little bit less division games this year. You're playing.
Oh
like,
yeah, that's right. We play the NL Central a bunch,
Yeah.
which is huge for us.
Yeah.
That's
So
huge.
you play less division games this year, which
That's-
could be huge for both the NL East and AL East.
Yeah.
I mean, the AL East definitely has a huge possibility of 4 teams making the playoffs. I don't think the NL East really does. I think it's 3 definite.
I think we got to start a petition and get it permanent as the Buffalo Blue Jays.
The Buffalo.
That was
Blue Jays.
electric when they were in Buffalo. They were playing a minor league stadium, but it was sick when they were in Buffalo. You had, like, Josh Allen throwing out the first pitch and stuff. Like, dude, like
Buffalo's just. I just
Dude,
feel like
those
there's
fans
nothing
would
to
go
do up there
crazy.
But sports, so like
exactly, exactly. Like, dude, like obviously I'm a big Bills fan. I'm not a Sabres fan for hockey, but like they bleed Sabres hockey when it's not
Yeah.
Bills season, and it's like they're just between all the unsuccessful seasons the Bills had and the Sabres, how bad they've been. Like they're just the most loyal fans. So you get the Blue Jays there. I'm sure they have fans from Buffalo already because they were there during COVID and stuff. But like, dude, like what's better than going through a table at a Bills game? Like going through a table when it's 80 degrees out at a baseball game eating a hot dog. Like, dude, it would be electric if they stayed in Buffalo. That'd be sick.
I think
I'm all for it, man.
I love it.
I think that the World Series winner this year is going to come out of the East.
Yeah, you're biased.
AL or NL is going to come out of the East. I think you've seen it a lot recently. These battle-tested teams that like, besides the Astros, who go out there and just dominated last year. They dominated a few times, like, and their division usually sucks under them, but they still go out in the playoffs and dominate. you're seeing these teams that are battle tested, that are in these tough divisions, coming out and making it on the other side, either against them or
Look,
whatever it
The
is. So
Phillies finished with 87 wins last
Phillies,
year. They got hot at the right
Nationals,
time.
like you're seeing some of these hot teams, and I think that the both East divisions are going to be very, like I said, they're going to be very close. The NL not as close towards the bottom, but the top is definitely going to be a fucking battle. So I think I don't know. I think it's going to come out of the East. I think they're going to be battle tested, all of them. They're going to be ready for the playoffs.
I think like that's such a big thing in baseball. Like you could be the best team all regular season, but if you gas out at the playoffs, like look at the Dodgers. I feel like every year they're gassing out.
I think with baseball, there's just so many moving parts when it comes to a baseball game, not just like a team in general, just like a baseball game. So like anything can go. Like if some random pitcher gets on the mound and all of a sudden he has his just crazy stuff that day and just shuts down somebody in the playoffs, especially like a wild card game, and knocks somebody out. Like look at the Mets against the Padres.
Yeah.
I mean, the Padres actually beat up on the Mets all of the last regular season.
Yeah,
That's the
they
only
did.
team I didn't want to see in like the early playoffs just because of that.
Yeah, I was so happy when you were like, that's who I don't want to see, and then they ended up playing. I was like, let's go.
I mean, look at we'll talk about the division right now. The NL East: Marlins, Phillies, Mets, Braves, Nationals. But look at the Marlins pitcher last year, Sandy Alcantara,
yeah.
and he's obviously their ace this year. He's starting opening day against us, but like he was the best pitcher in baseball last year.
Yeah.
Like
beast. He reminds me of the older school pitchers who were going those 8-9 innings all the time. Like it's good to see a pitcher doing that again.
Yeah, he was always doing that. Like it, I don't know. Like I don't want to like it's a weird comparison, but like I feel like he was kind of like a DeGrom comparison to where he's pitching these 8 innings and they're losing these 1-run games and everything because their offense can't produce.
Well, I do think the Marlins are getting better. I just think the division's too tough for them to really
try to
that third spot.
Yeah,
because the Phillies lineup is just crazy.
Yeah,
I think the Mets and Braves as an overall team are very top tier teams. And but I do think the Marlins are like kind of I could see them doing something like the Orioles did last year, like being
squeaking
around
to like
the
80s,
high 70s, low 80 win team, like. Because they're a young, scrappy team, and again, when you have an ace like Alcantara, like he's gonna keep you in. Every time he pitches, he's keeping you in the ball game. So
I saw. So you know how like the Mets last year, like Friday home games, they wore the black jerseys.
yeah,
The Marlins for the Friday home games this year are bringing back the throwbacks.
the '93.
Yeah, so you
right?
have like the.
Did you see them? They're so they're so nice.
Dude, they're
That's sick.
so sick.
I saw a
those
bunch of
jerseys.
that's a
pictures.
W for the Marlins. For the
Dude,
ugly
the
ass
hats
stadium.
are like baby
I gotta try to find a
blue.
picture,
The
dude.
jerseys are sick.
That's
like-
fire.
I'll see if I can find it. It's so nice. I never remember how to get to likes on Instagram, bro. It pisses me off.
You have to go to like settings or something.
There we go. Yeah, the search bar wasn't coming up. I usually search it there. I think I liked the picture of it. It might have been on Twitter that I saw it though. Yeah, it's just a. That's not it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, those are
They're
so
bringing
nice.
But they got the
these,
teal
the
hats,
F.
bro.
Yeah, the F with the Marlin. This is actually and then they got the patch on this side. This is from the World Series actually. Gary Sheffield, baby. Beast, but these jerseys I think these jerseys are so nice.
Oh yeah, those are filthy.
And then the hats are sick.
Oh,
I love those
Dude,
hats.
the
Dude.
hats
The hats are so nice.
yeah, Jazz.
I
Chisholm.
might have to get a hat.
He's
They're
a stud.
fresh.
Isn't he playing center field this year, Jazz?
Yeah, he's switched over to center field now because I feel like they got someone. That's why they moved him. I feel like they like traded or signed for someone.
All right, well, you look that up. I'm going to start us off so you guys can
Yeah.
do your talking about, because it's more your division here. I think we're all going to have the same prediction here. I think it's going to be close to what it was like last year towards the end of the season. The last like week or two is going to decide it. I'm taking the Mets at the 1 seed. I think they're going to take it. I
That's a
think
good choice.
they have the pitching. They definitely have the pitching. They definitely have the lineup to go out there and be a better team than the Braves. So I'm going to take the Mets. Close second, obviously, Braves. Very, very, very good team, especially when they click. That's a scary
yeah.
team. So you guys better hope they don't click.
I just think a big thing with the Braves is Vaughn Grisham. If he's a stud, the Braves are very dangerous again. He's going to be a big part of their lineup,
Yeah.
especially he's going to be the guy replacing Dansby.
And then taking the Phillies in third. I just don't. they have a sick lineup, like you said, but it's boom or bust. It's the same as last year. Like they're either gonna go out there and fucking pour runs on you, or they're barely gonna score. But I do think you'll see all three of those teams make the playoffs again. And then Marlins, I don't think they're going to pull an Orioles last year. I just don't think that they're there yet. But they are. I mean, they're young, they're good, but they're not going to be that good. Maybe like 60, low 70 wins. And then obviously the Nationals. I don't have very much faith in them at all. So
35
yeah. They might set the record for them, or the A's might set the record for the least wins ever, or the most losses ever.
They're gonna make the Tigers and Royals look good.
Yeah, literally.
So the Marlins traded. I'm pretty sure it was a trade. Maybe they signed him, but it was all-star second baseman from the Twins, Luis Arias. Reyes.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I can't. Sorry for the mispronouncing. He's a
Wow.
second baseman, third baseman, and first baseman, but he was an all-star last year. So
He's the motherfucker he's the reason that Aaron Judge didn't win Triple Crown.
Is he?
He had like his average was like it probably at the end it ended up being like 10 points higher or something like that. But like they were like within 2 points of each other, and Judge was playing every day, and they would sit that guy so that his average didn't fucking move.
Minnesota's
That's
fucking
hilarious.
hard, dude.
I was so pissed. There was one game where they did that. I was so pissed. I was like, you gotta be kidding me.
But that's a good sign for them because now you have Jazz in center field, who
That
is
guy's
just
a
like
very-
an athlete. Like he's a great fielder, and he could hit because he led in batting average last year, didn't he?
The
Yeah.
guy that they traded for he's a insane I mean, not like insane hitter, but like average wise, bro,
Yeah.
he'll probably hit around 300 again.
Like that was big for them. But obviously I got my boys. I got the Mets taking it. I got the Braves close in second, as we saw last year and the year before. You could just never count out the Braves, dude. Like
they're always gonna be good, and like
they're so good. I have the Phillies coming in third. So honestly, good thing that we did finish this today, because yesterday I had the Phillies coming in second, but Reese Hoskins just tore his ACL.
yeah.
So he's done for the year, or most of the year.
Yeah, he's gonna be out the whole season.
He's got to be. So now I'm going Braves second, Phillies third. I got the Marlins in fourth, and then the Nationals at the bottom of the barrel.
Yeah, like I said, I got Mets, Braves, Phillies, Marlins, Nationals. But like I said, I think the Marlins can make a. I don't think they're gonna come close to the Phillies, but like I said, I
Yeah.
think they could make a little bit. They could scare a couple teams this year. Like
I feel like it's
think
like
they're gonna go out
with
and
you
go on
and
a
the
couple
Orioles.
streaks.
Like if they somehow went on a run to win the division, like that's the one
Yeah.
team in our division that if they won the division, I'd be like, I can't be mad.
Yeah.
Like I
Like, even
can't
if
be
the-
mad.
They got a pretty good team over there. They're not horrible. They're definitely
No.
not, they're not gonna team that we're gonna go in and beat up every single time
Yeah.
we play them.
They're my second favorite team. It's one of my grandpa's. I'm
Mine
actually
is-
wearing a I didn't even realize. I
My
forgot.
second favorite team's a Florida team, and that's funny because yours is in my division, mine's in your division. Tampa Bay Rays always been my
Is
second
it?
always been my second favorite team.
If they go,
Ever since the Carlos Pena days, dude.
I don't like for
That's
any
awesome.
sport. Like I don't like saying like I have a second favorite team. I kind of just like players on other teams. Like
Yeah.
McCutcheon's my boy, but like if they went to Buffalo, Blue Jays are my second favorite team. Like no doubt about it.
But yeah, no, I don't actually
used to-
cheer for the Rays, but like
Yeah.
when I was a little kid, I loved the Rays colors. Carlos Pena.
The old jerseys
I
were
used to-
sick
Yeah.
when they had the man array on them.
Yeah.
I used to go to Marlins games because I was gonna say before Joey mentioned that I have the jersey on. My grandpa lives down there, and he's a Marlins fan, Dolphins fan. So like those are like I always root for them when they're playing. Obviously not like if the Yankees were playing them, I'm not gonna be like go Marlins, but
And tickets are $2 for
Literally,
the
dude.
stadium.
Literally, sometimes I'll be watching like a Met game against the Marlins. They'll literally be like, no joke, like 600 fans in that
Yeah.
entire stadium and 500 of Mets fans.
Literally.
dude, one time I was at a game, and this is when I was like super young. Tommy, my whole family was there, so my little brother, probably like I don't know, 6, 7 years old. He's got like a fucking XX sweatshirt on because my grandpa's a fucking big dude. He's got my grandpa's sweatshirt. It's like a XX, so his hands aren't even out of the sleeves. Home run comes towards him. It like hits his hands, but it falls out because his hands weren't out of the sweatshirt. Some dude comes over, just grabs it and walks away from this 6-year-old kid. I was like, come on.
For last year at the Party City deck that we do every year, Tahini was talking smack to all of us about like a foul ball came, whatever. Alonzo rips a homer, bro, like literally right at our section, right where we're sitting. And like this is the the railing, and Tahini's right here. The ball's coming right here. Like, if he goes like this, he catch it. He, like, ran away. Dude, it was so funny. See, he's talking all this shit to us. Ball gets hit. He literally, like, runs away. Like, on TV, if you watch SNY, like, you saw him run away. Dude, I was cracking up. He literally could have had a Pete Alonso home run. It was in his lap, but he ran away.
That would have been sick.
My brother's going opening day in Miami.
That's sick.
He bought tickets already. He's probably, like, right behind the dugout for $20.
Yeah,
those
literally gave him the ticket.
Yeah, literally.
Bro, it probably didn't even cost that much. I went on the fucking field. Like, I watched batting practice from behind the fucking turtle.
Yeah, Miami, they're just like they don't even care. Dude.
Yeah.
They just want to see people sitting in the seats.
You know how it's like basically impossible to fucking foul one off and for it to go like out of the turtle and like behind it?
Yeah.
That actually happened when I was there, and it was like, so they had like, I don't want to say a net, but they had, what did you call it? I don't even know, but they had something in front of us, like a rope or whatever, and it was like right down there. The rope's like here, and I'm like looking at the security guard. He's like, "Go ahead." So I like scurried under and grabbed it.
Yeah.
You see,
did you guys see the new forgot what club it's called, but it's the new Mets section in right
yeah,
here.
for the college kids, right?
Yeah, well, no, not for the college kids.
Do you see that? That I think that's cool. I didn't see that. I didn't see
so
this.
They have the bullpen seats now.
Yeah.
But they expanded it and they made it a club. It's $25,000 per seat for the season.
Mm-hmm.
But it's all you can eat, drinks, food, everything, and you're literally sitting like on the field.
Yeah.
In the bullpen.
I saw a thing on Twitter today of MLB The Show. They were like,
the scoreboard.
Yeah, I was like, you guys got to change the scoreboard. It was like the whole right field section was the scoreboard.
Well, dude, MLB The Show. So like when the scoreboard thing first came out, like when they first announced they were putting up a new scoreboard.
Yeah.
So I forgot what account, like Bleacher Report or something, like posted like a picture of the scoreboard when the Mets didn't even start building it yet.
Yeah.
They just posted like a graphic of it, and MLB The Show copied that graphic and put it in the game.
That's why it's so. Dude, that's hilarious.
It's literally the entire outfield.
So I wanna try a little something here because I think way too early World Series predictions. I think all of us are gonna include our teams. So I want to do one where we can include our teams, one where we can include our favorite teams, and 3 as like I want to say a long shot, but like a team that you think is gonna make the playoffs but can make a run like the Phillies did.
Okay.
All right.
No, I'll start it off. I think I got something.
No.
I think I got something cooking here. So, with my team, Mets. I mean, I can't say no to the Astros.
Yeah, literally.
In the World Series. Realistically, the Astros take it in 6. Mets take it in 4 is my prediction. Not including my team, Astros.
Astros win it.
Astros against the Padres.
Oh, okay.
Astros against the Padres. And then a sleeper World Series. St. Louis goes and makes a run this year in the playoffs.
And loses to the Astros.
And they lose the Astros. And they go and face the Cleveland Guardians.
Ooh.
So, wow. Ooh, wow.
Okay.
So, obviously, I'm not taking the Astros because I'm taking the Yankees on that side. I'm going Yankees, Padres, Yankees in 7, and then not including my team. I still, for some reason, I don't think they're better than like 2 or 3 of the teams in the NL, but I do think that the Padres are going to make the World Series for some reason. And if it's not the Yankees, it's obviously the fucking Astros. But fuck the Astros, Padres in 6 for that, and then for a team to make a run. Let's see, where do I start? I'm gonna. So this would be like the best possible scenario for if the Mets actually did make the World Series. So I'm gonna take the Mets on that on the NL side, and like I'm gonna be depressed because the Mets are about to win the World Series because this shitty team over from the AL just made not actually shitty, but I'm gonna go Sleeper from the AL. I'm going to take the Mariners. So it's Mets-Mariners. The Mariners are going to beat the Mets
If that happened, if
in
we
a
lost
7-game
Mariners,
series. Game
I mean, we lost
7.
the Royals in 2015.
Yeah, literally. All right, so for my team, I'm obviously taking the Mets against the Astros. Oh, no, you know what? No, I'm not doing the Astros. We're going to have a all-time classic World Series. The Mets beat the Yankees in 7.
Oh my God, I would
That's
love it. I
my
would love
prediction for my team.
And then Joey woke up from his dream.
Not including my team.
Mets Yankees
I'm
World Series,
going-
we're going, right?
Oh,
We
if-
said this last year, too,
Yeah.
bro. Hopefully it happens
if
this
it
time.
happens, we're going. For not my
We'll all have the
team,
money this time.
out of the East, and you just can never count them out. I'm going Braves, but they lose to the Astros in 6.
Fuck yes.
Sleeper. Didn't think anybody was going to say it, but the Mariners from the AL lose. Nah, I want to see them. Mariners win in 6 against the Giants.
I mean, it is the every other year Giants. Every time they're always good one year, bad the next year, good the next year.
Yeah.
bad
They're
the
going to win like 130 games this year.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
That's the sleeper pick.
Okay.
MVPs.
MVPs, man. Oh, I don't really remember who plays in the MLB.
I'm gonna go. You know what? I'm gonna go bold here. NL MVP. It's the Mets shortstop, Francisco Lindor.
I like it.
And then for AL MVP.
It's so hard not to say who we all want to say. Like,
I already got my pick. And
AL
probably
MVP
I don't
is
know.
not gonna.
I don't know.
It's not gonna be Otani,
that's
just because.
so hard.
Oh, that
because-
wasn't my pick,
I think it's
actually.
gonna be.
Because the voters aren't going to want to pick Otani because it's just too unfair for the voting, man. Because technically he should be the MVP every single year.
Yeah.
'Cause, like it's just no one else does. Literally no one else does what he actually does. But Rafael Devers.
Ooh. Okay, did not expect that one.
It's on my dynasty team, man. Please make it happen.
I am very unsure about the NL MVP. So I'm going to start with AL. I think that the World Baseball Classic just lit a fire under this player's ass. Right? It's Mike Trout. Mike Trout is going to win the AL MVP. I think not that he hasn't been good the last 2-3 years. He's been injured.
I just think we're so used to Mike Trout being Mike Trout that like he had a great year last year, not a Mike Trout year, and everyone was like, "Oh, Mike Trout's washed."
Yeah, I know. But I think that this World Baseball Classic just lit him back up, bro. He's like,
Yeah.
obviously he's always loved baseball, but he's like, I want to do something this year. He's going to go hard. Mike Trout's taking that MVP with a close second, Aaron Judge. But I'd love to see Aaron Judge win back-to-back, but he would have to hit 60 home runs
next
again.
year. NL MVP. Your New York Mets new player Shohei Ohtani.
Yeah.
You know what I hope happens? I hope the Mets trade for him this year, lose at some point, and then he goes and signs with, like, I don't know, that other team, the Yankees.
So
I didn't even finish yet.
Oh, really?
I'm very indecisive about NL. I want to take the same approach and say, World Baseball Classic, little fire under his ass. Trey Turner. But I just don't think it's going to be Trey Turner. I really don't. I think he'll be up there, but it's not going to be anybody in the Central. I don't want it to be anybody on the Dodgers. I think we're going to have another very good year of this player, Manny Machado, NL MVP.
Okay.
So for NL, as much as I hate it being in division, I do think it's going to be Trey Turner.
I'm actually going to bet on him.
I do think it's going to be him. But coming in second is Nolan Arenado. I think he's going to have a great year.
I forgot him and Goldie. I
think
thought about the
Cardinals,
there.
man. Don't sleep.
I
on the
thought
Cardinals.
I thought
No,
about
dude,
St.
I'm
Louis and I was
saying.
like, nah. But I forgot those two guys are fucking
And then I'm
They're
trying
not
to
as
find this
the best third
post on
baseman ever
Twitter
played
where like
baseball.
these awards were like
Sorry, second best.
simulated. I forgot what it was, but for AL MVP, Yordan Alvarez from the Astros,
That guy's a stud.
because
Man.
they're gonna have an amazing year again, and he's gonna be leading them in home runs and RBIs and all this and that. So that's mine for my MVPs. Now I really want to find this thing on Twitter. They
I'd
have
go.
a simulation for rewards.
Sorry to interrupt. I'd go homeless for the next 2 years if that meant the Astros wouldn't make the playoffs for the next 30. I would. I think the whole Yankee fan base would go homeless.
I think I would do jail for a year if I got to see the Mets win World Series. I promise you, I would do jail for a year. Like
Years.
The highest maximum security prison you could put me in for the Mets to win one World Series. That's all I need, man. And I'll do it. I swear. Steve Cohen, set it up, please.
I'd love to see that, bro.
I can't find
Mets
it.
win the World Series. Justin's like, yeah.
No.
There was a page that like did like simulating like rewards and everything, and the AL MVP was Pete Alonso in their thing.
I know.
I'm sorry, NL MVP.
I was like, who'd you get traded
No,
to?
And NL MVP was Pete Alonso, but I can't find what page because they did like everything. They did like
Did you
World
like
Series
it? Go to your likes.
I thought I did, but
Did you send it to me or anything?
no, I guess not. I could have sworn I liked it. I thought it was on like Instagram, but I can't find it. But damn it, dude! I wanted to bring it up
Dude,
too.
I could do my own simulation.
What do you guys think about Cy Youngs?
Cy Youngs. AL Cy Young. If he stays healthy, which I can't wish bad health on anyone, but if he stays healthy, Jacob deGrom's winning your AL Cy Young.
I forgot he's in the fucking AL.
Yeah,
Damn
he's winning
it.
the AL
Yeah.
Cy Young if he stays healthy. I mean, Tigers, not the Tigers. The Rangers are still gonna suck. But, yeah, he's gonna win the AL Cy Young if healthy. I think Garrett Cole's gonna be up there. All those guys. The NL Cy Young. Let me think for a second. NL Cy Young. I'm gonna go Joe Musgrove.
Ooh, really?
Joe Musgrove's a stud.
He is a stud. He's a very good pitcher. Cy Youngs. I don't like picking Cy Youngs because I suck at picking things.
Cy Young's tough. You gotta have like.
It
some
could be
random
anybody.
pitcher
Yeah, like
and go
Sandy
on a
Alcantara.
tear. Exactly.
Like he just
Like-
came out of nowhere last year. Like nobody thought he was gonna be Cy Young. AL. I think you're right. If he stays healthy, it's got to be DeGrom. But if he's not healthy, I can't for the life of me remember any of the pitchers' names on the Astros. So I'm not even gonna pick any of
They'll
them.
all be good somehow. Valdez will be good.
Otani.
I forgot about him. He's not.
Just like the Rays too. The Rays,
Yeah.
no matter they could have like Jeffrey Springs, dude. I drafted him in Dynasty.
Who's that?
Stud, dude,
Who's
like,
that young guy
last
on
year.
the Guardians? McKenzie?
Yeah.
Oh, Tristan
yeah.
McKenzie.
Taking him.
Wow.
Garrett Crochet from the White Sox, another Dynasty player. He needs to go off too.
And then the NL. Garrett Cole. Strider from the
Oh,
Braves.
I can't
I can't
stand Strider,
stand
dude.
Strider.
I hate him so much.
I'll do a year in jail also just for him not to win a Cy Young.
I can't
All right.
stand him. I'm going NL. I really think Sandy has a really good shot at going back to back, but he won American League last year. He's gonna win NL this year. Justin Verlander,
That'd be fire. I'd be very happy with that.
American League,
And the runner-up will be Max Scherzer.
back to back.
Max Scherzer's gonna
And
have a big regression.
The
to say it.
American League. If he stays healthy, DeGrom, but it's DeGrom, so he's not gonna stay healthy. Blue Jays, Kevin Gausman.
That guy's fucking horrible.
You know what? The only reason I hate Kevin Gausman, I used him in MLB The Show today, and he got absolutely his tits lit, and he pissed me off, man. He just couldn't hit a spot. But yeah, no.
Fun fact, I threw like $5 to win, I think it was like, I don't know, like 480 or 520 on him to win the Cy Young last year. Wasn't even close, but it was $5. Might do it again because that's my pick for the AL. If DeGrom doesn't stay
I'm going to do it for
healthy.
like 5 guys.
Yeah,
It's
right.
like
dude,
20.
why
What's
not?
$25? Right?
I wish Caesars had stolen base leaders, but they don't.
Maybe you should just get
Stolen
on.
bases are going to go crazy this year. Going to go crazy. You might see a guy hit 60 again, 60 stolen bases this year.
Who leads the league in stolen bases?
I don't know, dude. I couldn't guess. There's a lot of fast guys in the league.
I'm gonna. One of the reasons why is my MVP pick. I think Trey Turner. Yeah.
Vogelback, I guess.
Imagine.
Dude, Vogelback, man.
Stolen bases. I'm going to go with Tony Kemp on the A's.
That's a good pick.
Stolen bases. Terrence Gore. Do you guys even know who that is?
Who the fuck is that?
He's a guy. He was on the Mets last year for a couple games.
We literally just used him to pinch run.
So he has like 4 or 5 World Series rings in the last
Oh my god.
because every year he doesn't play the regular season and a team signs him in the last 2 weeks of the season just to be a pinch runner for the playoffs. Literally every year. It's like he literally has like 4 World Series rings in the last like 6 years or something like that.
I think the
So yeah, he won't lead the league in stolen bases. He doesn't
I think it's
play.
going to be Darren Ruff.
Oh, dude,
Yeah, no, I hope that guy's working at Walmart
Yeah, that
halfway
guy
through the season.
sucks.
About at like 140 in spring training again, dude.
Hoping to see the LI native and the catch on the Angels, Logan, take home
Hop.
Rookie of the Year.
Yeah,
For
I
the
got
AL.
to
That'd
bet
be
on that
sick.
if possible.
I
Remember
wanna
when he
do that
blew
too. I
up
don't
on?
think Caesars
Remember the
has
video
it.
of him blew up on Twitter when he was at the Yankee game and
Yeah.
Threw it back,
the
yeah.
field fence to the infield.
Yeah, that was crazy.
From the upper deck,
Then
too.
you have Sanga take home the NL Rookie of the Year.
Dude, Sanga, he
Like,
might be really good.
Ghost forkball,
Yeah.
dude. That pitch is disgusting.
Dude. Yeah. That'd be sick. If Sanga can be like legit,
Yeah.
dude,
Like,
we could have 3 aces on this staff.
yeah, which we need.
I mean, Edwin Diaz is gonna be big for us, especially when it comes to like.
Yeah, but he's out.
No. I'm saying like the injury is big. For
Oh
us
yeah,
because,
I
like,
know. But, like it's
That's gonna be so important in like big time games.
that really sucks for
So
us.
we need to step up Ottavino, baby.
I saw
Guys, wash.
he was released today, and the Mets page said, "Do we bring him back, Jarius Familia?" Because he had like a 1.1 ERA over spring training.
I mean, throw a flyer on him, but dude,
I don't know, dude.
You can't have him as a closer.
Yeah, I don't even know if he waits.
Try it out.
I don't even
See what
bring him
happens.
back.
Yeah, I wouldn't personally.
Totally just randomly popped in my head talking about the Mets though, and my long shot Giants World Series pick. What do you think Conforto's gonna do?
Mid,
Completely forgot that he went to the
mid,
Giants.
mid,
actually.
mid.
It's just going to be like a role player.
He'll bat like 245.
Yeah.
Depends how much he plays. Like 245. If he plays somewhat close to full time, like 21 home runs,
Oh yeah, I just thought about that. I was like, wow. I forgot he
67
went
RBIs. Imagine that, like
there.
exactly.
Imagine that'd be insane.
Imagine you could bet someone's exact stats.
Dude, the
That
odds would be
is-
if I could bet those odds would be like plus 3 trillion.
I
Like,
think to bet anyone's exact stats, the odds have to be 3 trillion. Like it doesn't matter who it is. It doesn't matter what the stats are. Like to guess, like that's like guessing the exact number of
I'm gonna be
strikeouts.
keeping
a
up on
pitcher.
Michael Conforto now. I might not remember what I guessed, but
Write it down.
It's like saying like Garrett Cole's gonna have 297 strikeouts this season. Like that's impossible.
literally like the closest thing you can get to impossible is guessing the
Yeah.
guy's exact stats. I saw actually once, I forgot what 2 players it was, but it was like 2 players in the MLB like over like their careers, like literally have like these almost the same exact numbers.
I saw this too.
I
Who
forgot
was
what
it?
2 players it was, but
Who
it was like
was
actually like insane. Like it was like it looked like it was like stupid close. Like they had like the same batting average. They were like 1 home run different. Like
Damn.
it was like insane. Like I was like, how is this even possible?
Yeah, March Madness.
Any more awards? Any more predictions? Any more?
No man,
I
Mets
don't
World
think there's
Series
really
winners this year.
Much more to
Yeah.
predict besides
oh.
our teams having injuries and us wanting to cry.
Opening day
All
this
season.
this upcoming week.
Your brother's gonna be there. Wish I was gonna be there.
I can't wait for opening day.
Hi, Hazel.
She smells.
She's lost.
Yeah, I think that wraps it for baseball. Anybody want to talk a little March Madness?
I
real
honestly
quick?
not gonna cap. I haven't been really paying attention to March Madness that much.
I said UConn from day one. They have made it to the Elite Eight.
Yeah, I saw.
I have
saw
money on them.
Elite
I
Eight.
am hoping they win it.
I think what's
Alabama's actually playing right now. You should check
Yeah,
the
no.
score.
no, I was gonna say Tuesday. Let's do a big March Madness, but the championship is next, not this coming Monday, next Monday, April 1st.
They're up 1 with 10 minutes left.
I think then like April 2nd, that Tuesday, if we get
Houston's
together and film, do a whole like breakdown. They're
Houston's
losing.
down at half.
now. You know why they're down? Because Mattress Mac has like $150,000 on them to win the championship.
Guys, my bracket got busted so hard the first 4 games of March Madness. Like
Alabama's up by 1.
after the first day, I knew my bracket was done for. Like there was no hope for it. But I have UConn winning it all, so like that helps.
Yeah, Mattress Mac. I think it was. I was either like. No, I'm pretty sure it was like 500,000. I think he put on Houston to win it. Then he put $100,000 parlay of money line Houston and Texas.
Jeez. I mean, shout out to these high seeds that are really making the come up. FAU.
Yeah.
I mean,
Princeton, they're gonna
Furman.
lose.
Yeah, Princeton's gonna lose. Furman with the
The Elite Eight.
no,
They're
that's
in
Sweet
the Sweet
16.
16.
16.
15 seed, bro.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They gotta play. Who are they playing?
Don't ask me. I just
Creighton.
had it up.
They're
They have a chance. Creighton's good, but they're not like elite. So
Mattress Mac won the biggest bet in history last year, because I forgot the exact number. He won like stupid amount because his future before the season was Astros to win the World Series, and he threw a stupid amount of money on it because he's so rich.
Yeah.
And then he won the biggest bet ever.
Yeah. Wrap it
I
up.
think that's our baseball episode. That's our preview for the season. That's our predictions.
we'll
We'll
see.
do a first week breakdown after opening day.
I can't wait till October, November when we get to see how bad our predictions really were.
I can't wait till November when the Marlins beat the Orioles. in the
And we can all be happy even though our teams didn't win.
ball.
Maybe next week we'll do a big breakdown, March Madness, a little Final Four prediction, preview, everything.
Hopefully UConn's still in it at that point. Yeah.
True, and Alabama.
That's,
Now I'm cheering for Princeton now. Now that I just
I mean, hey, if Princeton or FAU won the whole thing somehow, like
That'd
I
be
wouldn't be
insane.
mad.
would
But
have
like
the highest seed ever.
Princeton, like
FAU's a 9.
No,
and
but
then-
I'm saying
yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
15 would have to
Yeah,
be the
oh,
highest seed
Princeton
ever.
Yeah.
winning the chip. Like, imagine what those odds were.
You see who did they beat in
There
the
probably wasn't
second
odds.
round?
The first round they beat Purdue.
Who was the second round?
No.
Do you remember?
No, the first round
No, FDU beat Purdue.
FDU beat. Who the heck did they beat in the first? Oh, they beat Virginia.
Nope, it
Nope.
was Furman.
Oh my God, who'd they beat? They were
But-
15, so they played a 2.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter who they played, but there was someone who was like on campus and he was like Princeton on a Saturday after that huge second round win, and it was just like nobody was out. Like there was literally just like a ghost town. Like people are just
Probably
studying
go
in
to
the
the
library,
library,
literally.
Packed.
They beat Arizona the first round,
Oh yeah,
who
that
was a big
upset.
like Final Four pick. Then they beat Missouri in the second round. Who was there?
Shit
They upset it. They in the first round too, and now they're playing Creighton, who they can beat.
Yeah.
And then they'll go on to verse the winner of San Diego State and Bama. So hopefully Princeton wins, so Bama has a nice little into the Final Four.
Oh, UConn. Woo! All right, guys, that's gonna do it for this episode. Like usual, All the links will be in the description below. Baseball is love. Baseball is life.
Baseball's back, baby.
We love baseball.
It's summertime, baby.
Give it a little
Almost.
quick little shout out to on Twitter, the page Shit Baseball Players Say. Go check them out. Quality page. Guy's hilarious.
Been following them for years.
Yeah, that page is awesome.
I actually think they might follow me. That's cap.
I
Actually,
actually
hold
think they do. I think they follow me too. And I think they followed Goat Talk back too. I was talking to the guy. The guy's awesome.
Yeah, we follow each other.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, we
Guy's
do.
a beast.
Fuck
Guy's a
yeah.
beast.
All right. See you guys later.
Doses.
Peace.
LFGM.